In addition to that, my beautiful African sister, you don't have enough meat on your bones for my taste. I don't really do the skinny women. So I would greatly appreciate that you not send me any more photos before you make me throw up. My sister who sent me that very inappropriate photo, I want you to go to the General Nutrition Center and get you some weight gain. Keep your nude pictures in your phone with your nasty skinny. I'm just shocked at the mother who's gone through so much with the Caucasian father who has psychotic disorder running in his DNA. And no shame or fault to her, but that's why when we talk about the Snow Bunny crisis, I need y'all to understand why I'm against the Snow Bunny crisis. These white women drop our kids off at the hospital and leave them, okay? Or you're having children with a Caucasian who has some kind of genetic disorder, psychotic disorder that runs in the family. They got some ancestral demons in their blood and you don't know about these ancestral demons and you pass them on to your black child. The Snow Bunny crisis is a problem. I don't hate nobody. I'm not against nobody, but we do not benefit from dating outside the race. We don't. We do not benefit from dating outside the race. If you have a question about your child, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. You suffer from the Umar Johnson crisis. Is that a snow bunny? Is that a snow bunny? Wait a minute. King Abdul. It's a female in the picture. Looks like a snow bunny in the picture, but it's a male name. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not dealing with what's happening over there. That doesn't involve me. I'm an African. Y'all care more about other people's issues than your own. Stop worrying about that war. You have a war right here. Stop worrying about that war between two non-African groups. You are at war right here. How you got time to worry about somebody else's war that doesn't involve you? There's a war against our children. There's a war against our women. There's a sex trafficking war. There's a miseducation war. There's a police genocide war. There's a homelessness war. There's a hunger war. There's a gentrification war. There's a mass incarceration war. There's clearly a psychological war against African people. You don't want to focus on the war. You got about 10 wars going on in Black America. You have wars against the African diaspora. There's a war for African resources. There's a war for African land. But instead of focusing on Africa's problems, instead of focusing on Africa's problems, instead of focusing on the Caribbean's problems, instead of focusing on Central America's problems, instead of focusing on our brothers and sisters in Europe, our French Africans and British Africans and German Africans and Irish Africans, instead of focusing on Belgium Africans' problems, you want to focus on a war between two groups who can't stand Black people. You want to focus on a war between two groups who can't stand Black people. But then you tell me we should not be worried about Africa. We need to solve our own problems first. That's what you tell me. We shouldn't be worried about Africa. We should solve our own problems first. That's what you tell me. But soon when the white man goes to war, or the brown man goes to war, or the yellow man goes to war, you all up in his business. So why is it okay for you to get involved in the international problems of non-Black people? Why is it okay for you to get involved in the international problems of non-Black people? But it's not okay for you to get involved in the international problems of African people. Can somebody help me understand, overstand, and understand that? Can somebody help me understand, overstand, and understand why you don't want to get involved in Africa's problems, but you always want to get involved in other international problems of non-Black people? You don't want nothing to do with Africa. You said Africa is not your problem. You don't care about Africa. But soon when the white man goes to war in another section of the world, you are all in support of him. You all up in his business. You marching for him. You protesting for him. You donating for him. So why is it okay for you to get involved in the international issues of other groups, but you don't want to get involved in the international issues of African people. You know why? You know why? Because you are still seeking psychological and emotional validation from your oppressor. That's why. That's why you want to look white, you want to live white, you want to dress white, you want to marry white, because you are looking to be accepted. 400 years later, you are still looking for emotional and psychological validation from Caucasians. Let me see if we got any parents on the call. Any parents with questions? This is the Black Parent Teleconference. This is the Black Parent Teleconference.
Please leave your message for 57. Please leave your message for 571.
Sierra from Woodbridge, your phone is going directly to voicemail, sister. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that. Ladies, my dear queens, it's 7:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My beautiful African queens, it is 7:20 a.m. on a Sunday, church day. You should not be sending me eye candy at 7:20 in the morning. In addition to that, my beautiful African sister, you don't have enough meat on your bones for my taste. I don't really do the skinny women, so I would greatly appreciate that you not send me any more photos before you make me throw up. Let's get back to the Black Parent Teleconference. Let's get back. You need to go on a serious eating binge because you need some meat. Where is the beef? Keep your nude pictures in your phone with your nasty, skinny ass. Let's get back to the chat. Let's get back to the Black parents. Kayla in New York City. Kayla in New York City. Kayla in New York City. Where's the beef she needs to eat? Where's the beef she needs to eat? Where's the beef she needs to eat? Sister Kayla has a question about autism, but she's not picking up the phone. If there's any parents with a question, the chat is open. Text your first name and your city. Text your first name and your city. She need to go to GNC and get some weight gain. My sister who sent me that very inappropriate photo, I want you to go to the General Nutrition Center and get you some weight gain. I need you to bulk up. You need at least a good 40 pounds on that body for me to even look at you. But anyway, the chat is open. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you have a question, yes, teachers can call. Teachers can text. Of course, I love my African teachers. Teachers can text 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you have a question about your child, 215, text your name and your city, 215-989-9858, 215. Any questions about the children?